this is Mind Map. It's a party game, a word party game. It kind of has like wavelength meets So Clover vibes. I'm a big fan of word party games. I hope you guys are too. And I like this one because it reminds me of a lot of the like silly graphs I did in high school. I don't know if you guys were part of that too, where it'd be like pirate to ninja and like Dean to Sam Winchester. Where are you on this weird graph? And you had to place yourself. That's basically the game. So we'll do a quick rundown of the rules and then we'll jump into it. So you have your colors in front of you. I'm going to shuffle and deal you one of these cards, 1 through 4, which will correspond to the word that you will have. So if I have 2, my secret word is shovel. So we'll each have one of those 4. Go ahead and deal that out now. There you go. This plays up to 7 in competitive mode and up to 14 in team mode. But since there's just 4, I got rid of the other tokens. So you will take your big token here, and you're going to be putting on this axis where your secret word is. We're not going to talk about it because everyone else is going to be guessing and trying to get points based on guessing yours correctly. So we have on each axis, we have a random criteria. So the ones we're doing in this round are essential in a horror movie or worth millions on the black market in the future. And we have one reference card here, counterfeit money, that you can put your card in relation to. So let me use an example that's not one on the board. We'll use the one on the top of the deck here. So syringe. So if my secret word was syringe, is that essential in a horror movie on a scale of 0 to whatever? I would say that's probably more in a horror movie than counterfeit money. Like I would think that. I'm not a huge horror person, but that feels right. And then do I think it would be worth more millions on the black market in the future or less? Syringe, it depends what's in the syringe. But like, I'm going to say probably more than counterfeit money. Less than around counterfeit money. So that's where I'm deciding to put my token. So we're all going to make that decision with our own personal card and put our token out there. Once that's done, we're going to take our secret voting tokens and for each one other than our own, put a face down guess on them. Once that's done, we'll flip them all up and you get a point for each one that you got correct. And we'll play 3 rounds. Whoever has the most points after 3 rounds wins.
Okay.
All good?
Yep.
Great. All right. So let's get syringe out of here. And you can go ahead and figure out where your word goes. Ooh.
Okay.
And if someone puts theirs out and you're like, oh, I think I know what theirs is and I'm going to move mine, that's fine. Once we've all agreed that we're happy with the board, then we'll move on to the voting. Mm-hmm. Okay. We're gonna go there.
Okay.
All right, everyone's happy with the board? All right, so go ahead and vote on each other person's. And the more players you have with this, the harder it gets.
So we don't
step
start
in
voting on ours.
No, you don't. You don't get free points.
I'll take all the extra points.
I don't. Some of these are so arbitrary. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We're good?
Yep.
All right. So everyone can take their card and flip it face up next to their color. And then we will assign. So let's start with yellow over here is 1. Let's see who gets points for. And you're going to be our scorekeeper if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
So red gets a point,
Okay.
and blue gets a point, and green got it wrong. All right.
Okay.
We can also, an optional part of the game is justifying where you thought it went at the end. I think that's a very fun part. Let's do blue next. So blue is 3. Birthday cake. So red gets a point, yellow gets a point. And then we'll go up to green. Okay, yeah, we were all pretty sure shovel was the most essential. I was like, birthday cake, I expected to be a little higher, but I think it just depends on the horror movie.
Yeah.
And then mine was, in fact, 4, which all got correct.
Finally a point.
We all agreed that I think photo albums seem like they would be worth more in the future.
Yeah.
Depends whose photo album, probably.
Right.
So. Cool. So, where are we at? Pretty close game. Everyone gets the gist of it. Would anyone like to defend their... I think we all did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
So no need to defend. All right, go ahead and grab your pieces back.
Uncontroversial so far.
All right. And that one.
Refresh the parts.
Yeah. Normally we can just flip them over, but since we use the other ones during the teach, we'll just actually these are fine. I don't get it. That's okay. So we have calculator, mop, cotton swab, and Cuban cigar, and then highly coveted, and a good peace offering for the aliens. Give me your vote cards back. Oh, and our reference card is headphones. I feel like that would be a good peace offering for aliens.
They gotta work though.
Yeah. It also depends on types of aliens
Hopefully a language barrier.
and the type of energy they use.
Music has no language.
It doesn't say that there is a iPod or anything to do with it, just headphones. So. All right. I think I know what yours is. Alright. Everyone good? Good note.
Okay.
All good? Alright, let's start with blue. I think we all know what that is.
Yeah.
Cuban room, yes. Cuban cigar seems to be the most coveted of these 4 items. Next, let's do yellow. Flip your... You got 3 cotton swabs.
Okay.
I got that one wrong.
Ready?
I want to hear your justification for why cotton swabs are a good peace offering for aliens.
They're just very neutral. Could help them clean up messes. They have that. Or take makeup off their face.
Okay.
Makeup.
Okay.
Very non-threatening.
I thought this one was cotton swab, but I guess it is calculator. Green?
Mhm.
No one got
No
that
one
one.
got that.
Which means a lot of people got this one wrong too. So mine was the mop. I thought this was cotton swab, and I was like, I think mop is slightly better for aliens than a cotton swab, but like less coveted. But I don't know. They were very close.
The younger generations don't care about calculators anymore. We have one on us all the time, and I'm assuming the aliens are smarter than us and don't need it.
That's right. They probably have calculators already.
Yeah.
Okay. Your number cards.
This game sounds like you guys are just making stuff up.
It's not.
Can I have that one?
Yes.
This is the perfect game for me.
Yeah, it's play it with siblings or family members, and it gets very aggressive. I like games where you debate things, but like it's not related to the points. It's just after the fact. You get to justify your bad or fun logic. All right, so our new words are bottle of perfume, old sponge, soap, and pipe. Do we think that's like a smoking pipe or like a...
I immediately thought lead pipe.
Or a lead
but-
pipe?
I thought
Like
it's
a
smoking.
smoking pipe.
Yeah, I feel like
We
I was
can also
wrong
leave it
there.
ambiguous, but I feel like we should clarify. Okay, and then we have everybody has one, And sent into space to represent humanity. This game feels very strongly about extraterrestrial life. And then video projector is our reference word. So... And then there you go. Yeah. Are we not going to decide on pipe? We're just going to let you follow your heart?
I feel like that's the core of this game, right?
Yeah. Right. Sent into space to represent humanity. Everyone has. Okay. Alright, what do people have less than a video projector? So fast.
You gotta follow your heart.
You just really can't think at all.
You're trying to justify the logic of an entirely.
Yes,
person.
yes I am. Okay. I feel like I'm wrong, but here we go. Let's start with the yellow. What is your number?
4.
We have 2 4s. So
Green advance.
were you thinking smoking pipe or lead pipe?
Smoking pipe.
Okay. Both of them, I was like, I feel like that's the least commonly owned.
Yeah.
I thought maybe bottle of perfume. So
Yeah,
nice.
that's kind of what I was thinking, maybe.
Yeah. All right. Next, let's go because I feel like those are gonna be close. Let's do green next. Number 1. Haha. Red and yellow. So bottle of perfume. You think that that's what we're gonna send into space? For
I mean, as
humanity?
many celebrities as we have that make their own perfumes, sure.
That's fair. That's fair. And I mean, it's a better choice than the other
Versus
3.
the other ones, yeah.
I bet the aliens will love the Tom Hiddleston perfume.
They got their headphones. They got the perfume. They're like,
Mhm.
humanity's all right. We won't destroy it. All right, let's do blue. Ah, right on the money.
Yep.
Yep, and then mine was the soap. I thought that it was a slightly better option to give the aliens than an old sponge, but very close.
Yeah. Okay. So that is yellow and green advance.
Did you already do blue?
Yes.
Okay, so then for this one, yeah, it's yellow and green.
Right on. Okay.
Cool. So technically the game ends after 3 rounds, but like a lot of party games, like you keep playing until you decide you're done with it.
Sure.
And like I said, it plays up to 7 competitively, but there's also a team mode where you're working with your team to get points, and that plays up to like 14. So I don't know what time it is, or if we want to keep going.
You have plenty of time.
Let's keep playing. Heck yeah. I just wasn't sure how much time is left on the end.
Are we just gonna keep our points and keep going forever?
Well, it maxes out at 39, it looks like.
There are 40-point tokens that you can put out and keep going. But since we don't have 7 players, I feel like the point values are just going to be lower in general. I feel like we should let blue decide, as currently behind. Would you like to reset the points? Would you like to reset the points and play an all new game?
No, I'd like to catch up
Okay.
and win in fantastic fashion.
Alright, cool. Alright. Oh, this is fun. Okay, so we have perfect for a social media selfie and syncs quickly, and our reference point is attire.
Okay.
And our words are the Mona Lisa, a hammock, a tent, and an autograph. I feel like there's always 2 words that like go together really well. All right.
You can do hard mode and just have like 1 extra word, and so instead of 4 words, you have 5.
That's a really good idea. Yeah. Because definitely, like with 7 people, you were like, oh my gosh, there are way too many words here.
I don't know why you're trying to put yours above mine.
I was gonna
You
put
can-
it there,
you can
and
arrange it. If you think it should be higher,
What do we?
the rules explicitly say
we're
you
eventually
should go
all gonna
outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go outside the bounds. of
it was
the,
mostly I was about to put it there, and then yours showed up, so I was like, okay. I mean, if you're gonna put bands, we can.
You're allowed to adjust yours if you would like. Yeah.
So is the tent
I'm
assembled,
sticking to it,
or
huh?
is the tent assembled?
I was imagining it as
Follow your heart.
Yeah.
If we're not specifying pipe, I don't think we're specifying
It's still in the box.
for your post assembly.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. This better be that, or I will write it.
Following the
I honestly don't know on this one. I'm gonna go for that. Let's see. All right, locked in.
Locked in.
Great. Let's start with green. Oh. Okay, not the Mona Lisa.
What?
Fine.
That's
Wrong.
crazy.
around for a while. You've had plenty of time to get selfies with it.
Okay.
If you're
If you're in
Yeah.
Sorry, we don't go to France every other week. All right, fine. So then this one.
Oh, yeah, I got that wrong.
Definitely got that one wrong.
yeah, I have the Mona Lisa.
You have the one I said. I should. When you said, "I can't believe you think you're above me," I should have.
Yeah.
I didn't even register that. I was just salty because that's where I was gonna put.
Because that's why I was like, she must have autograph. Because that'd be pretty cool to take a selfie with an autograph.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this graph. I think it depends also whose autograph it is.
Yeah, right. It could,
Yeah.
it could suck.
It could be awesome.
I think if you went on Instagram and looked, like people like posing in front of the Mona Lisa with a selfie and people posing with autographs, Mona Lisa's gonna be higher.
Mhm.
I think, but all right. Let's see. You guys probably got mine wrong too then. Mine was. Oh no, two of them are right.
And also, maybe I just don't want Blue to catch up.
Oh,
I do appreciate that. I was like, well, at least we both got it wrong together both times.
yeah.
Yes, I think a hammock is a lovely selfie. I don't think it's higher than Mona Lisa. I thought I was trying to go lower, but which means this one's also wrong.
Okay, yep, and I was 3.
Oh no, I did get that one. Cool.
So we got
Tents. 10 selfies are fun, but not as fun as the others.
Yeah, I feel like I should have put it much lower if the Mona Lisa and an autograph were hanging out up there. Though I wanted to make it about as nice as taking a picture with a tire.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about it in relation to the tire. I kept being like, wow, we're putting everything over there. And I'm like, well, compared to a tire, these all do not sink as quickly.
Tire's
as
gonna think
those.
pretty fast.
Yeah, cool. All right. I think with these we can just flip over. Easy to carry. Again, space. Useful if we settled on Mars.
Okay.
Someone's a sci-fi fan. And alarm clock is our reference, which feels like it'd be pretty useful on Mars. Give me your numbers.
It was a suit of armor. I thought it was a suit of aroma, and I'm like, I don't know what that is.
We're doing perfume again.
All right, suit of armor, teddy bear, fishing pole, and tin of caviar. Does caviar come in a tin? Let's ask Miss Goes to France every week. Does caviar come in a tin?
No, I'm too broke. I
Caviar,
watched
of course, comes in a tin.
what Mr. Robert Marco said. Yes.
All right,
I watched enough Gordon Ramsay to know. Yes, I think it comes.
it does come in a tin. Well, that's good to know. Okay. Place away.
And what is useful if we settled on Mars?
One easy to carry.
Okay.
All right. I feel like these. Okay.
Oh, I never know what you're
Not supposed to
You
talk
need to
about it.
be exactly right. How easy to carry these items are.
I was like, mine's easy to carry. I was like, oh, yeah. Okay. A lot of these are easy to carry. But definitely.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I feel like I know which one is not easy to carry. The rest
Some other ones.
Yeah, and the rest of these I'm just gonna get.
Well, I mean, there are some differences here.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm surprised that
Oh, wait,
these two
yeah.
are so close in their usefulness.
I mean, I didn't think about setting it on the air.
I feel like one of these should be a lot higher. Alright, we'll see. Actually. Yeah. Alright, let's start over here, because I think we all got this one.
Mhm.
Hopefully. Suit of armor.
Wow.
Not so easy to carry.
Surprise.
Didn't really know how useful it would be on Mars.
Probably, something.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, where to start? Let's do green. Green, what you got? Number 2, teddy bear.
No.
No. Definitely easy to carry. But yeah, you're right. You can't go much further down than that. I'm going to blame the caviar person for not being higher up. So, no points on that one. Let's do blue. Tin of caviar.
Mhm.
Why? Like, I feel like that's more useful on Mars. It's
Well,
food.
Yeah, food, but it's also like fish eggs.
Teddy
right?
bear, caviar.
Yeah, okay, so you get like the 30 more minutes of calories that the caviar gives you.
It's better than eating a teddy bear.
Mhm.
So... yeah. Alright, and then that leaves me with fishing pole. Easy to carry, not really useful on Mars, considering no water or fish. Although it probably is more useful than a teddy bear. I probably should have put it a little
You
higher.
need the
I
string
put
for
it down
something.
as low as I could.
Emotional support. No, I'm not blaming you.
Next time I'm just gonna put it
But I
below
wanted to
the
be I wanted to be
arrow.
lower than caviar.
Yeah.
And I didn't know which one was which. So. Alright, let's go over there.
Who are we changing now?
Yeah, I swapped them last time. Alright, blue. Catching up.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, are we gonna add an extra word for hard mode?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's add an extra word for hard mode.
And where up here?
Yeah. So one of these, well,
We
no,
won't-
because we know it's 5. I need to add in a 5th card.
Oh,
If
right.
we're doing that.
Yeah.
Others
I would not have thought of that.
surprising. No one got what they could.
And then we'll need our extra.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I can pass out the number if you'd like.
Yeah, I have to do proper. Alright. So we've got requires lots of maintenance on this axis, and we have perfect for retirees
Okay.
on the other side. I feel like there's a joke about them requiring lots of maintenance here, but that's probably sad. And then microphone is our reference point, and we have whoopee cushion, sleep mask, memory foam mattress, food processor, and trash bag. Alright, there you go. So one of these numbers will be out. Alright. Need to remember to look at what the other words are. That's where I was going.
So I'm gonna put it down.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Alright, place your bets.
Um,
Ooh.
Okay.
I feel like it's gotta be there. I feel like that's gotta be there. So that is It could be either of these, but I really hope it's this one. I'm gonna hope. Alright, we good?
All good.
Alright, let's start up here. Requires a lot of maintenance and real good for retirees. Food processor. Yes. Nice.
Yay.
Next, let's do blue.
Okay.
3. Yep. So that is memory foam, mattress.
Blue will never catch up with us now.
Okay. Let's need these false words to start throwing you guys off.
Alright, mine was, in fact, a sleep mask. Great for retirees for their skin, but not a lot of maintenance. So yellow, blue. Then last is yellow.
I'm thinking of like
Perfect fourth.
yes, pranksters living in a retirement home. What else?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. I was like, it's either trash bag or it's whoopee cushion. Neither of them require maintenance, so that's right. But like, trash bag is the logical answer. Whoopee
it's
cushion
boring.
is way more fun. I like the way you think. Did you give me the point for that?
Yes.
I have to make sure you don't cut me.
Well, the point score is going to start taking some liberties.
Fair enough. You are the one moving the things. I wouldn't even notice. Alright, we can flip these. Symbol of modern times and collectible.
Oh goodness.
We think disposable razors are collectible? Okay, so tissues, ice skates, disposable razor, whip, and purse. And this is collectible and a symbol of modern times relative to a TV remote. I mean, I know how many TV remotes I have in a box from old TVs that really should be thrown out. Okay.
Might find it useful.
Eventually.
Keep telling me.
Eventually. Right. What does a symbol of modern times even mean?
That's pretty much your heart.
Should ask the aliens, apparently. Yeah. Wait. Okay. I don't know. Alright, let's vote. Or throw our tokens on the ground. That works too.
That.
I did not. I'm gonna hope it's this. Collectible tissues.
You know, different brands and stuff.
These are some very exotic tissues imported from Italy.
I can never use them, you see. They were $400.
Take a selfie with them.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't think I got any of them right, but I tried.
This is a hard round. There's gonna be interesting. All right. Let's start here. To me, I feel like this is the most obvious, but that's because it was mine. So, was not obvious. Was not obvious to anyone actually.
Oh, okay.
Of those 5, I felt like
There you
purses are the most collectible,
That's true.
and less a symbol of our modern times relative to TV remote because of like media consumption and
I forgot to grade it
Modern.
in relative to TV remote. Yeah.
yeah. Well, all right. Let's see how this one goes. Yellow. Nope. Nope. Okay. Ice skates is a symbol of our modern times. Please explain.
I was just thinking of like, I guess if you look at ice skates from 100 years ago, they've probably changed,
Mhm.
and so.
There's something more like symbolic representation.
Oh yeah, no, symbolically, same thing. And then collectible, I was like, if you're really into that, I suppose you
Yeah,
could.
you get
collect
fancier
that.
Someone
ones.
probably collects like Olympic ice skaters
Yeah,
skates
or
or
like
something.
antique ones and then more modern ones. So.
Okay, all right. So these are also going to be interesting. I was like, it's got to be whip as collectible, but I like your ice skate rationale. All right, blue. What do we got?
Has anyone gotten any points?
Yeah, I mean,
Please explain.
I think it's like
You wouldn't pay for Indiana Jones's whip?
no. I mean, I
from
think
the
some people
movies.
would, but there's only like that one iconic whip. So once it's collected, it's been collected.
There were probably multiple whips though.
Yeah, fair.
All right, and then green. Was yours 5?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yay! We all got one of them.
Yay!
Well,
We
it's collectible.
so great.
But like, if
It
that
really
was razors, I feel like it would have been in the same spot.
Yeah.
So.
That's why I was
Yeah.
like, well, then Robin wants to have razors.
No, actually, an entire whip.
One entire whip. All right. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's already.
Thank you.
Blue just doesn't want us to get any points as the problem.
That's fair.
I need a
your
different
number.
strategy.
Thank you. Laptop, deodorant, punching bag, safe, an inflatable unicorn. That's what I want to send to the aliens. A Queen Elizabeth II mug
Okay.
on an axis of difficult to chew
Pretty
to
fairly
comforting.
difficult.
I hope I get unicorn, man.
Okay.
Alright. Don't forget to do it in relation to our reference word. Roberts. I'm just picking on you. I hope that's okay.
That's alright. That's alright.
Alright.
It's gonna make my win even sweeter. Okay. It's already pretty difficult to chew.
But is it more or less difficult to chew than a mug?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
I don't feel like I should be more comforting than this, but I want to be more comforting than this, so...
Yeah, I have to keep changing it because of you all.
That's supposed to happen. We haven't done it much, but like you can.
What is the least comforting and most difficult? They're least
All right.
difficult to chew.
The extra one definitely makes it harder. Because like if we had perfect information here, it would be
In about 10 minutes, I'm going to be tossing out the keyword for the giveaway. So get
Don't
your...
forget the game.
Yeah, I won't forget the game, the publisher, and what else is it, Nikki?
No, I said don't make it the game.
Oh, don't make it the game. Yeah, it won't
Don't
be
make
mind
my
map.
mistake.
Yeah, it won't be mind map. I'll think of something not clever, but something that's not mind map. But about 8 minutes from now, so at 12:45, we'll be
I voted on my
starting
own.
that giveaway.
So stupid.
Oh, that's how you're trying to get extra points.
Yeah.
I
I
see.
double up. I guess.
More difficult to chew, more fun. I'm gonna go with that. Alright. Let's start here. I really hope this is deodorant.
Yeah.
Yeah! Deodorant's so easy to chew, guys.
Exceedingly easy to chew.
Perfect for retirees.
Nobody said you had to like chewing it.
Scientifically, if we put it on a grid, deodorant is easy to chew.
It's funny. I have a really strange obsession with
Deodorant?
saying the
Chew.
texture of like how things
Mm.
feel.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
What would you describe the mouthfeel of deodorant as?
Fragrant, aggressive, unpleasant would be the most important one because I have eaten deodorant before and it's not.
Oh.
So
Why?
Well, now
it-
We could have got a
told
pro
you I
in
have a
front.
problem with that, so it is
Like
what
as
it
a
is.
child. Were you a child when this happened?
Probably a bet. I'm gonna guess it was a bet.
I'll
Alright.
leave it up to your imagination.
Green. Yes.
Why can't it? You all kept putting things over this way, and I'm like, no.
Well, but I needed it to be on the side of this. So that was like. I'm glad you had the unicorn.
I just don't know if it's equally as difficult to chew as a mug is.
No, it's a little bit
But
easier to
it's-
Okay,
chew.
a little bit easier.
I just, yeah, that was a hard decision. That
Mhm.
was a hard decision.
It's yeah. It also depends on like, is this a ceramic mug? Is it like
Yeah.
That's what I was imagining.
the fact that it was so comforting? I was like, this better be the unicorn, or I will
Yeah.
riot. All right, let's do. We'll do. Oh, different answers.
Ugh.
Oh no!
Well, what?
No catching up. All right, if he's about to catch up, then can we just end the stream?
No, you can't
we-
beat me.
All right, and then for yours, we have A. So yellow and I also get a point. Yeah, I thought that you either had laptop or safe.
Yeah, I thought the most difficult out of that would be a safe. To
Most
chew.
difficult to chew. And I thought between the two, I was like, well, laptop's probably a little bit easier and pretty comforting.
Yeah.
But then like punching bag, I was like, well, it's kind of comforting to punch it. And it's definitely easier to chew than that. That was kind of...
Yeah.
All right.
That was a good baseline for ease of chewing.
This one was hard.
But yeah. Yeah, that extra word also is really... I have not played it at 7. I feel like it would be much more chaotic. Can I have your number card? Teabag. How do we want to interpret that?
Children.
Okay, so our reference words are could have sentimental value and sparks joy. So I think it's actually more fun to interpret it as the physical action than the physical item. But there you go.
This is a family stream, by the way.
You don't tell me I haven't teabagged someone in a video game before. I know you have.
I was young whenever Halo first came out, so
Right.
it
So
happened.
could have sentimental value and sparks joy, and we'll say this is a real teabag. And then we have strings of light, string of lights, piggy bank, basketball, toilet roll, and newest smartphone. I was gonna do that.
Well,
See?
well,
And that's when you get salty and you put it above the Mona Lisa.
What? Yeah. Go ahead.
You don't want to be controversial.
you could never be sentimental. Does spark joy, though.
You guys are encroaching on my space over here.
I think I know it. I'll do that instead. I'll do that. There. And change yours if I need to.
Okay.
Alright, no sentiment but lots of joy. No sentiment but lots of joy. What the heck?
I just.
Okay.
This one annoys me.
It sparks exactly
Right,
as
I'm
much
like-
joy as a teabag,
But
but is a little bit more sentimental.
Yeah.
You know what? We're just good.
I think that has to be. And I think this has to be that. But I also feel like I'm probably wrong.
Well, no, I don't.
Right?
I feel like I nailed this one. I feel like I got all of them right.
I hope not. You're really close.
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't do it.
No, I hadn't cut the fan,
Oh, you had.
but I made the
All right, let's start with no sentiment.
But it sparks joy.
Wow.
Come on, you guys. After COVID, the
Toilet
toilet
paper?
paper doesn't.
What?
In general,
I mean,
I
I
would
did
not
think
say
of that.
toilet paper brings me joy.
If you don't have it, you
The lack of it would cause me despair, but I don't think it brings me joy.
Does nobody remember COVID?
I know
Remember all
that's
the
what I
toilet paper was
said.
gone?
I thought of that, but I was like, yeah, to bring joy, I was thinking like string of lights.
Yeah, I was like, those aren't
But
sentimental,
those are all.
but they're like
Oh, see,
super joyful.
With my family, that's very sentimental.
Yeah, they're not.
Maybe Christmas.
Yeah, I was like, okay. All the rest of those are pretty sentimental.
Yeah. I
You
just
know,
didn't.
my
I didn't
little-
think it sparked that much joy. Like that's a lot of joy. Like
It is a lot of
I
joy.
feel like you're like one of the Charmin Bear, like in the commercial where you're like,
One of my parents had to drive toilet paper all the way to Arkansas.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
it sparked joy.
that sounds sentimental to me.
But playing mind map as the character of the Charmin Bear, I think that's an interesting.
What
twist.
should we send to the aliens to represent humanity?
Toilet
paper.
That's the perfect answer, honestly. What's useful on Mars? Toilet.
We don't even know how aliens
Because it brings joy.
poop. So, okay. Let's go to this one next. I like doing the outliers because they seem like they should be easier. All right.
Okay.
Theoretically.
Wow.
Yay. I figured new smart for
Yeah.
for some people could
Yeah.
spark a
So
little
much
joy.
joy.
Yeah.
Okay, for context, I'm very into phones.
Ooh,
So
I
this
love
brings
that.
me so much
your
joy. Yeah.
I just thought newest
All right,
smartphone.
12:45, so we're gonna start the giveaway.
So much joy.
I will.
Kind of
the
sentimental.
keyword in
More
teabag.
sentimental than a teabag,
More sentimental.
for sure. But that's why
Keyword
I
is brain power.
because I was hoping
So
One word or
that
two?
yours
One word.
is
I don't
What
know.
did I think
Is
yours
brain
was?
power one word?
piggy bank. Piggy bank.
String of
It
lights.
is. It's the giveaway keyword. So,
Yeah, sentimental.
Uh,
You get the
giveaway
same
keyword
string of
is
lights
brain
out every
power.
year.
so
I don't know.
I feel
type
like
in
More
chat
than a
and
tea
in
bag.
about 10 minutes
I get
we'll determine the winners. There's 3 winners for
I
mind map.
desperately want to know what yellow is.
So 3
Well,
Yeah.
Basketball.
lucky
yeah.
souls.
That's why I'm like, for some people,
Capital
it could
B,
be
yes, capital B,
sentimental.
brain
If
power.
you- like for me,
Thanks,
it wouldn't be.
James.
But if you're into sports and you played
Yeah.
one, like,
But still
with a
more than a
kid-
tea bag.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I should, yeah.
So I
did
thought
go
that was a
with- yeah.
good. Yeah.
And then Sparks Joy again just depends on if you like that.
If you like basketball.
All right, should we do one more? Do we have time for one more? For all the marbles?
All the
Or should We end
marbles?
it. We can end it too.
I mean, blue is in last.
You know, we
Yeah,
could
but
do
it
is-
one for all the marbles.
Do one more for all the marbles.
What?
Next one wins it then.
Next one
folks.
wins.
Wow, next one is
Mhm.
for
Oh.
10 points.
The rest of the game literally doesn't matter. Whoever wins this one wins.
I mean, we are starting to get into the arguments now, so it's really
Yes.
starting to ramp it up.
I think we were all just a little too polite to begin with. I don't know these people. I shouldn't yell at them.
We're on a live stream. It's family friendly. You gotta be
We're
nice.
talking about teabags.
And then all bets were off the moment that
I
came
have
up.
your 3.
Yes. You can live without it. Not toilet paper.
And... Oh.
Wait, okay, so if this one's for all the marbles, we need to reset the score so we can actually keep track of how many marbles people get this round. So
Let's see.
go ahead and reset them at 0, but I have the initial points if we need them.
I have no
Okay.
marbles?
We'll say if it's a tie, then we'll defer to the original scoring. I'm just making up rules in the lecture.
Yeah.
All right, so
It's a party game. That's what you're supposed to
Yeah,
do.
all right, we have can be used to deliver a message,
Mm-hmm.
and we can live without it. Skateboard, gold ingot, dental floss, Hawaiian shirt, and hand sanitizer. And our reference point is a cooler. This is gonna be an interesting round. All right.
So if you can't live without it, it would be over here.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Over
yeah,
here
yeah.
is like it is not
Like
important
not
to my life
necessary.
at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do that. We'll do that.
Oh. Interesting. And relative to a cooler though.
Mm-hmm.
So if you think a cooler is a quintessential item, you put it on that side. But if you think it's meaningless but less meaningless than a cooler, then put it over here. Even though it looks. This one, man. This one's
is
gonna
for
be.
victory.
This is do not feel confident.
Okay.
All right. Not live without it, but can't be used to deliver a message. This is yellow. How do I think you feel about the necessity of
Hold
these
on.
items?
Hold on.
Oh,
I mean,
I think it's this one. Are you a really big skateboarder?
that's cheating.
I'm
Come
kidding.
on.
I'm kidding.
Okay, or just
All right, can be used to deliver a message, and less important than a call.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
I felt that way.
this is
about
a
all of
terrible
them.
reference. All right. I'm not as confident about bidding the entire game on this last round, but let's do it. Let's start here.
Okay.
I got.
Number 1.
Yeah, that's a strong start. I was wondering how you felt about hand sanitizer, but it seemed.
Yeah.
Since
Okay.
we were talking about COVID earlier.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Since then.
Yeah. All right, good strong start. Let's go up here because I'm curious. Can be used to deliver a message, and we don't want to live without it. Yay! I was trying to figure out if it was like a metaphorical message, like, or if it's like literally, because like with dental floss,
It
you
can
could
be any
spell
of
it
it. You
out.
throw it through their window. It's
Yeah.
metaphorical.
Gold ingot thrown through my window. I just don't
I
know
don't think
what
I'd
the
put that
message
into
is.
this.
But there's a message.
There is one there, definitely.
All right, let's go here. Blue, what do we got?
Okay. See, I was thinking more literally deliver a message,
That's
like
what
get
I'm
on a
thinking,
skateboard
yeah.
and go deliver it.
Okay, I like it. So just green.
Screen.
Okay, I'm feeling more confident now.
Here we go. Oh, I can't get any points from this. Ooh, all right,
What was your number?
2.
No.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
All right, that means
Look at
you
that.
are.
Yay! In the game, we're done.
Yeah. I thought Hawaiian shirt could be very controversial. Either you really can live without it or you can't. But I don't like them that much, so I figured you can. But I don't know how it delivers a message. Well, thank you guys for playing. This was fun.
Yeah,
This was very
absolutely.
fun.